We do a lot of studying, and I found it not robbery to understand what, because I'm Muslim, and I found it not robbery to understand that the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he he would take henna. Henna is what you would see sometimes on the female uh, hands and that type of dye, and he would color in his beard red, and as a sign of um, love, and to not deceive, because when you paint your beard black, it's called haram, because it's deceiving. It's saying that you may be younger than what you appear to be. But the red is supposed to signify the honesty and the love, and it's to give honor and respect. Yeah, yeah. Henna artwork is beautiful. Definitely, it is. So I wanted to make sure that I don't fall into that trap anymore. And yeah, we just want to get into that right now. And so tap the screen, share the live, tell a friend. And this morning I got a great message for you. It's about us, right? And you're gonna love this one. And this is for those who have relationships, or think you have relationships, or looking for relationships. The statement today is, are they a keeper? So tap the screen once again, share the live, tell a friend. Are they a keeper? All right, so I'm gonna put this in the thing so that when people come on, they can see what it is. Are they a keeper? I gotta find out how to pin this stuff. That would help me out a lot, because I don't know how to pin any of this stuff, and that's a shame because I need to know that, um, so that I can stop putting it up there like that. All right, so once I find out how to do it, I'm gonna be on it. Meanwhile, are they a keeper? Today, I want to talk about a question that has been on my mind lately. It's a question that gets to the heart of what it means to be in a relationship, and what it means to be a partner to someone else. All right, y'all, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. So tap the screen, share the live, tell a friend that we are on Sunday morning elevation, and we're about to go there. The question is simple. Are they a keeper? In the Bible, we're told that men and women were created to be equal partners in fulfilling God's plan for humanity. In Genesis 1:26-28, we read that God created us to take dominion over the earth together as equal partners. But as we all know, the world we live in today is far from perfect. There's immorality and injustice all around us, and it can be hard to know who to trust. That's why the Bible tells us that each man should have his own wife, and each woman her own husband. Now, before I go even further, when we pose the question, are they a keeper? I also want you to think about possession. When you think about possession, the problem that I see along the way is that people think they own each other, right? We're not experiencing each other. We're too busy trying to own one another, telling each other what to do, when to do it, and why to do it, but not really enjoying the experience that person is actually bringing. We are in a position where we are taking for granted the gifts that God has given us. When you find a good mate, women or man, you find a great partner. And you don't want to blow this relationship by trying to control it instead of experience it. What does it mean to be a partner to someone else? What does it mean to be a keeper? In the past, women were often treated as property rather than as equal partners. They were seen as belonging to their husbands rather as individuals with their own agency and autonomy. I have a movie out, it's called Sugar. It's on Tubi, and it won 43 global awards to date, which let me know that in various countries across the world, Turkey, Dubai, China, Czechoslovakia, Bali, Indonesia, in these places, I won awards because of this movie that talks about domestic violence. We're in a world where men, some men, not all men, try to control women instead of enjoy the experience of women to allow them to help build us as better. As they say, there's a slogan that says behind every great man, there's a great woman. But when we get into relationships, we tend to forget that we're all living a new experience. And for them to fit your mold and for you to fit them mold, it is not to control one another, but to understand each other. That's not the way it's supposed to be when it comes to controlling each other. In the Bible, we see examples of women being treated with dignity and respect. We also see women who were treated unjustified. There's a story in the Bible that talks about a woman named Vashti and how her king told her to come down and flaunt herself among the people that were at the party. And she said, no. So then the king got mad and got into his high and mighty space and said, from this point on, I should put out a ruling that any woman who does not do what a man tells him to do, she shall be dismissed, and that man can have as many concubines as he wants. I can see where the fallacy comes in at. I can see where the fallacy comes in at as us as a people. We're so physically caught up that we are not spiritually bound within ourselves. We're wavery like the ocean. We don't see that having a significant partner in our life can elevate our lives tremendously. We see women like Deborah, who was a leader and a judge in ancient Israel. We see women like Ruth, who was a model of loyalty and devotion. But today's world, we don't see a lot of loyalty and devotion among our women and among our men. And we wonder why our relationships don't last as long as they should. We are blinded by materialism. Our social and economy is so beyond the falsehood of what life should be that we can't get in tune with one another. The love that we're supposed to have for each other in our spirit, we fall short of the glory of God because we have to ask the question, are they truly a keeper in our lives? The person that you have sitting next to you or lying next to you in your bed, are they really of a spiritual nature? Do they really follow God's work? Are they really about you? Are they really about community? Are they really trying to elevate? Or are they really just tearing down and making you feel less than the person that you are? Whether male or female, is that person in support of what you're trying to do in this world? And if you find yourself not being supported by this person, what are you doing to enhance the relationship to make sure that y'all both are on the same page? See, because when you met each other, there was a vibrational pull. It's almost like a gear when it meets something, it connects in some sort of way. But in order for it to really connect, it's got to go through transitions. And as it continues to go through these transitions until it locks into place, when it finally locks into place and y'all become one, you know that you have a good partner. But that's called vetting. A lot of people don't like to vet in a relationship. They see something, they lust over it, and what do? They sleep with it. Now, in the process of you sleeping with it, things happen along the way. Maybe you didn't use protection, and now you may be having a child out of wedlock and not even examining the energy of the partner that you're dealing with. Now you have baby mamas, baby fathers, and you have this drama because you didn't vet properly, because you didn't find out if they were a keeper. You didn't find out if they were a keeper because you wasn't looking for that in that moment. You were looking for momentary pleasures. Good morning, beautiful life. So the question is this morning, are we looking for momentary pleasures, or are we looking for long-term life partners? And if you're looking for a long-term life partner, there's some things you have to do first. This brings me to an interesting point. We often think of ownership as absolute, but is it really absolute? Even when we own something like a home, do we really have complete control over it? Technically, when you buy a home, you do own it, but there are legal nuances where the government retains certain rights over that land. So yeah, you got the brick and mortar, but they own the land underneath. So whenever they decide to come in and take it, now you don't have a home. In a relationship, your partner is your partner, and you're supposed to experience the partner. You don't own that partner because at any given time, they can change their mind and walk out the door. Your ownership then becomes invalid. Enjoying the experience of that partner brings more love, more continuity, more value than you could ever imagine. But if you're steady trying to say, that's mine, you do what I say, when that person get tired of your BS, you'll wonder why they walked out the door. But the Bible takes it a step further. It says that God is the owner of everything, and that humans are the stewards of his creation. Psalms 24:1. We are not the ultimate owners of anything. Instead, we are managers of what God has given. That's why God can give it and God can take it away, because you really don't own anything. You say, oh, well, I own my car. Do you really own your car? And how much value does it really have? It gets you to A to B. But the problem that we see, or we tend to see, is that because we got some money, we value money a lot. Because we got a little money, we think we got it all. Money is not the value that we're looking for. First of all, time is worth way more than money. And the time that you spend with someone and that the time that they spend with you is more valuable than anything. We forget about sickness. There's a time in your life that you're going to need a partner to be by your side that you can trust, that can watch out for you when the doctors aren't doing what they're supposed to do. There's a time in your life where you need a partner to watch out for you when somebody's trying to get over on you. You see, time is very valuable to the essence of partnerships. Because when the more time that you spend with a person, the more you get to learn them, the more you get to understand them, the more you get to grow with them, the more you evaluate life on a whole, because you understand that they're for you and you for them, and you can move on and be more prosperous in life. But the problem that we're having is life is moving so fast. We got AI all over the place. Everybody's scared. We got mechanical cars and everybody's swiping with the credit cards to buy this and buy that, momentary things, and everything is looking so momentary that we don't have time to savor the moment. We are not the ultimate owners of anything. Instead, we are the managers of what God has given us. So you can go out and buy all the things in the world to try to pamper people, to try to own them. But just remember that they're living an experience too. And all those things that you buy doesn't matter to them if they have something else going on in their spirit. You try to buy love and think you can own somebody because you bought it. I see people that try to help you, right? And then they throw it back in your face, right? Oh, I remember when I did this for you, and remember when I did that for you, to try to own you, to try to tell you that what you should do for them because they did this for you. So that's why the question is, are they a keeper? Whether it's a friendship, whether it's a relationship or an associateship, are they a keeper in your life? Do they really care about you, or do they care about what they can do for you to take over and take advantage of you? These are the questions, the natural questions that we should always ask as we're moving about in life. Because see, some people, they don't really have an understanding of what God has given them until it's too late. They walk around thinking they got it all because they got a little money in their pocket. But when you lose that money, where's that friend? Where's that partner? Where's that relationship? You see, money by itself only has the value that the person that has the money puts into it. That's it. I think I said last week that we spent over $20 billion on the war in Ukraine, but we have homelessness all over the place, and we got fires being set in Los Angeles, and we have floods in Florida, and we have bad weather in the Midwest, and people are living so chaotic and violent. In Philadelphia alone, we have streets full of drugs and crime. But not enough good relationships. Not enough good partnerships. Not enough good friendships. The question is, are they a keeper in your life? Your so-called friends you wake up to, you call them on the phone. Yeah, they can give you a good conversation about what happened yesterday. They can keep you updated on all the gossip. But here it is. Today you got to go to the hospital because maybe you're having surgery and you're scared and you really don't have anybody to talk to. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, boss baby. Maybe you have someone, maybe you have someone, but you don't have someone. In this instance, I'll say this. Maybe you got someone that tends to be there when it's a benefit for them, but really not there for you. That's why you have to always ask yourself, are they a keeper in your life? because you need to clean your closet every now and then in order to bring some new things in. You feel what I'm saying to you? You have to show yourself friendly in order to get friends. You can't isolate yourself in the box, and you got to learn how to vet properly. You got to learn how to ask those hard questions. Those hard questions that allow you to really determine if this is going to be a true friend. Is this going to be a true partner? Is this going to be a true husband or wife in my life? Because if you don't move forward in that type of energy, you're going to fall for anything. Being a keeper means recognizing that our own partner is not our property. I'll say this again. Being a keeper means recognizing that our own partner is not our property, but our equal. It means treating them with dignity and respect and recognizing their agency and autonomy. They have something to bring to the table just as well as you have something to bring to the table. Learning how to listen to one another. Yes, as a man, you can have dominion over your house. But guess what? Guess who cleans the clothes and makes sure that you look good when you walk out the door? You're not going to listen to your partner? You can be a man all day and do the things necessary for you to grow. But you fall short of the glory of God if you don't understand that when he brought you that helpmate, it was to help you raise up and elevate out of your condition. And don't think you're perfect. Please, there's no one on this earth as perfect as you may claim or think you are. But he can't help you out of your condition and bring you a helpmate if your mind is clogged and you just to believe that it's only you. Your ego takes over. It also means that recognizing that we are accountable to God for how we treat others and manage what he has given us. We are stewards, not owners. So the next time you go to the store or you go buy that home or you go buy that car, thank God for that vehicle. Good morning, Brown Eyes. Good morning. Thank God for that vehicle, because without that vehicle, you can't get to A to B. Thank God for that home, because without a home and a roof over your head, you can't get your thoughts right and you can't move about in this world and do the things you need to do. Thank God for that helpmate, because she keeps the house in order. Because see, that's more, and that's not even being, I don't want to be womanizing when I say this, but let's be honest, some men can take care of some things, but women make it come in and make a house a home. So you might have a house, but she makes it a home. So she's your partner, not your owner. You don't own her. So let us ask ourselves, are they a keeper? Do they treat us with dignity and respect? Do they support us in our goals and in our dreams? So I started back doing what I love to do. My mom, when she used to go to the parties back in the day, my aunts and uncles used to tell me that my mom used to sew her outfits before she went to the party. So I started sewing clothes too. Like I used to sew clothes when I was younger, and then I got out of it, and then I got into it, and then I got out of it. And yeah, the real, that is true. Some women, we're not generalizing anything. We're just asking the main question: are they a keeper in your life? So so I started back sewing, right? And it's funny because the only thing that was stopping me from not sewing was a needle. I broke my needle and on the sewing machine, and I never went and got another one. instead of just going to Joanne Fabrics or, Michael's or whatever and getting a needle for the sewing machine, I could have been sewing more and more items. But so, you get sidetracked and other things, life be lifing. So now I'm finding the joy in cutting the pattern out, right? I'm finding the joy in making an outfit for someone that I care about, right? And I'm looking at this outfit and I'm saying to myself, I never did this one before. I wonder how this is going to turn out. And I'm all excited because I believe that that person is going to be excited when they see it. So in my mind, I'm saying like, we don't own anything, right? And this is what brought me to the conclusion of when we do things, you got to do it from your heart. If you buying people things and thinking that you're going to own them at the end, Brown Eyes, you did that too, yeah. When you think you buying stuff and you think you're going to own them at the end, you're losing the train of thought of what God has for you. It's not about owning anything. It's about enjoying the experience thereof. When you can wake up in the morning and smile because you're enjoying the experience of the person that you're with, it's a wonderful thing. We didn't say life was going to be roses, that every day was going to be peaches and cream, but we know that each day we got another day to try to make it better. And so that's why I ask, are they a keeper? Are they the ones that you're willing to sacrifice your life for? Are they the ones that you're willing to step out on faith and say, God, thank you for bringing this person into my life. I know that I can do better with this person. Are they the ones that in your life that when you're down at your lowest point, they're pulling you up saying, hey, you can do this because they believe in you? Thank you, God, for giving me this person in my life because now I have something to wake up to in the morning and live for. I was struggling on my own, but you helped me bring somebody in my life that gives me a second chance of thinking. They acknowledge me. They respect me. They value me. They show me the way when I'm lost in my own little ways, in my egotism. Thank you, Lord, for just seeing me for who I am. You see, because a lot of people don't see you for who you are. And so therefore, when you get into these relationships that are lustful in nature, and you wonder why they only last 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and then it's gone, it's out the door. The reason why is because no one has learned how to vet one another to say, hey, how you really feeling today? You see them for what they wear and put the clothes on. See, because we hide a lot of things when we put the nice clothes on, we hide a lot of things. But underneath, there's some broken people inside. There's some broken situations inside. And sometimes you need somebody to stand by your side while you're broken to help mend you back together. You are not the person that you think you are without the God that is in you giving you someone by your side to help you through your rough times. Your ego is too big for your heart. You don't understand that when God brings you someone, you're supposed to be a good steward to them because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what's going on in their lives that's causing them to have so much trauma and so much pain. But maybe you're strong enough to handle it, and that's why God gave that person to you. You don't use that person, take advantage of that person, but you mend that person, heal that person by using words that are positive in nature, by using values and instilling values within them, within yourself. God has something bigger for you today. That's why he's asking you the question, are they a keeper in your life? Because once you start to evaluate that God has something bigger for you, you can start to see people for who they really are. And we're all just souls wandering in the mist, trying to find our way through. You see, people are going to talk about you no matter what you do. People are going to try to disrespect you and hurt you no matter what you do. I've learned from Clarissa Shields and Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan and different people that people don't want what you give them. They want what you have. And you see, you can give them all the money in the world, but it'll never be enough. But that's why you have to vet people and find out, are they true to you? Do they really love you for the person that you are? And when you find that person, whether it's your best friend, whether it's your friend, whether it's your mate, your partner, whether it's a family member, when you find that person, walk with that person. Guess what? Hey, every day is a journey. It's an experience, but they're going to be there right with you through your hardship, through your pain. And it's going to be natural. You ain't got to, do you know something about life? When it's right and it's the right thing, you don't got to force it. You ever noticed that? When somebody comes along that's supposed to be there, they fit right in. And when somebody comes along that ain't supposed to be there, you constantly asking questions. You already know the answer to your question, but you're sitting there still answering that question like, do they really love me? Are they really there for me? You already know. Because when you understand, oh, another person I need to block today. That sounds good. Okay. All right. All right. Cool. I had to get my block game on. I'm sorry. Now, back to what I was saying. Listen, some people are so miserable in their life. And that's another question why you got to keep asking, are they a keeper in your life? Some people don't have anybody. They don't have anybody because nobody wants to be around them. Misery does love company. But since I ain't miserable, and the people that I know ain't miserable, we don't want your company. You feel what I'm saying? All right. And let's ask ourselves, are we a keeper? Are we a keeper in somebody else's life? Are we doing the things that are of value for people to want to be in our lives? And when we examine that, when we look into that avenue of life, we start to examine ourselves and start to realize who we really are. When the last time we just gave somebody a hug for GP? When the last time we just called somebody up to say hello, not even asking for anything? When the last time we just showed our positive intention instead of reaching out to find out what we can get in return? And when we start to examine that, then we start to find that God is really working the good works within ourselves. Do we treat our partner with dignity and respect? For those who have people in your lives, whether it's a friend or a relationship, do you value their time? Do you understand how important time is? When I come on Sunday from 11 to 12, I understand that I don't need to take this 1 hour and give you so much power that when you go through the rest of your week, you're energized to understand that God loves you, and so do I. Do you bring dignity to that person that you're with? Do you respect them? Do we support them in their goals and in their dreams? You ain't the only one with dreams and goals. Do you support your partner's dreams and goals too? Do you take time out to ask them how far they're willing to take their dream and goal? And what can you do to help them along the way? When you start to ask these questions, you start to involve yourself in something much more deeper than yourself. And you wonder where your happiness comes from? I'm going to tell you, inner peace and inner happiness comes from a place, a dominance, when one person can say to themselves, hey, life is okay. I like this. I get it now. I understand it. And I know every day it's a trying moment, right? Every day is a trying moment in your life, right? You got so much going on. I get it. Life every day is a struggle. But within the struggle, you're going to find growth. You're going to find power, insight. It's going to elevate you to another level each time that you're looking for something better. He said, ask and you shall receive, seek you shall find, knock and the door shall be open. What he was trying to tell you in a sentence or two, that when you ask the profound questions, the answer will come to you. When you look for the profound things, you shall see with your own eyes the devastation of it all. And when you go a knocking, somebody is going to answer. Something is going to answer you every day. You have to put the energy out there. You are the light that you want to see in your life. So when you ask the question, are they a keeper? That's right. Being uncomfortable is growth. Staying comfortable means being stagnant. That's right. You wanted to put a Y there. I get it. Staying comfortable means being stagnant. That is correct. When you're so comfortable in your little zone that you're in, and you can't move, you can't move out of that zone, and you wonder why life ain't changing for you. A lot of people still stuck in the 70s. A lot of people still stuck in the 80s. We in 2025, we got AI robots walking around here now. And you still in your past. You have to evolve. Not saying that you should forget about your traditional values. I am saying that you should evolve as well. We understand that you have a foundational pull, but you also have to elevate with life so that you can understand where life is, so that life can understand you. I love you guys each and every day. So let us strive to be keepers rather than possessors. Let's strive to be partners rather than owners. Let's build relationships that are based on mutual respect, trust, and support. And I say that with an open heart because I understand that everybody's trying to get the bag. That's right, Miss Drea. Everybody's trying to run to get the bag, and it's okay to get the bag. But in the process of you getting the bag, if you're stepping on someone else's toes, if you're hurting someone else in the process, is the bag really worth it? Some of you say, yeah, the bag is worth it. Cool. If that's how you want to live your life, cool. If that's how you want to be remembered, cool. But I've seen a lot of people who chase the bag, and I've seen their legacy. And trust me, people don't remember them after the first year, they're gone. It means nothing. So yes, while you're here, enjoy your time while you're here. Get some money. Get some love and peace and some understanding as well. Get some reality up in your system to know that life is much bigger than you and that little monetary thing that you're chasing. The world is a big oyster, man. There's so much to experience in this world, whether it's different cultures, whether it's different atmospheres. Wouldn't it be nice to share it with somebody else? So if you're going to get something and you're going to spend your time doing something, spend your time finding that friend or that partnership, that relationship that has value. Because when y'all go out together, y'all going to laugh it all up. Trust me. When y'all go out together, y'all going to see things that's funny that other people won't even see. Trust me, because y'all in tune with one another. Y'all respect and have dignity for one another. And y'all be able to laugh in your own little comfort zone. You feel me? That's what spending time is. And that's what's asking that valuable question, are they a keeper? Tap the screen, share the live, tell a friend. I hope this morning that this message hit you in such a way that you empower yourselves to go find someone that is above and beyond love and above and beyond in the efforts to see you grow. Because when you find that person, I'm telling you, you're going to grow leaps and bounds. You're going to want to do things that you've never done before. So as I bring my song, Mary, Mary on, go get it. You know what I'm saying? It's your time. It's your time to be blessed this year. 2025 is your time to see a better light in your life. It's one day at a time. And you may be that shy type, don't want to get out there. I get it. I know. I understand. But let God move you in such a way, and he's going to bring the right things. Take 15 minutes of your life every day. And I'll say this each and every week. You're probably going to hear me say it a lot. Take 15 minutes of your life each and every day and find something on YouTube that has inspiration, positive inspiration. Listen to it for 15 minutes of your life. I don't care if you listen to it while you're on a stall in the bathroom. I don't care if you're listening to it while you're on the bus. I don't care if you're listening to it while you're at work on your break. Take 15 minutes of your life and feed yourself continuously with positive affirmations and positive inspiration. Watch how your life begins to develop and change. It's gonna you're gonna feel a different vibration because life is about energy, and whether you know it or not, the energy you possess is what you're gonna draw back. So if you got a nasty attitude, you're gonna draw that into your circle. If you got a positive attitude, you're gonna draw that. Like they say, money attracts money. When you know that you're wealthy on the inside, you'll see the value that's gonna come to you. You got to know that you're wealthy. You got to know it. Because if you don't know it, you'll always live broke. You got to know that God is in the blessing business and he wants for you every desire of your heart. He wants you to have. But if you want to continue to live with a broke mindset, you won't have anything. So this morning, are you a keeper in somebody else's lives? Just as well as are they a keeper in yours? That's my message for you this morning. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Don't forget, my new book is dropping January 24th. It's called Driven. It's powerful. It's a journey. It's going to show you, and it's a 2-part book. So the next part 2 comes out in June. Part 1 is the first part of the year. June is the second part of the year. Listen to me. This book is crazy. It's gonna tell you about how I grew up with the child abuse and in the group homes and the foster homes, but it's going to show you how God put me in position. And when he did that by allowing me to do the things that I wanted to do, it's going to show you all that, man. He had his hands on me since day one, and that's why nothing in this world can tell me anything less. And so I love him just as well as I love you. And I hope you go and support the book. It's called Driven. You can pre-order it now on Amazon Prime. Just tap it in. Jermaine, Driven by Jermaine Quick. You're gonna love it, man. You're gonna love it. And and we're gonna have a book reading. Hopefully, I can come to your town and do it. But we're gonna have our first one in Philadelphia. I'll let you know how that's gonna go down and where it's gonna be at. So you guys, if you want to travel, come to Philadelphia, have a good time, spend a weekend with us up here, in a good atmosphere. You can do that, and I'll show you around a little bit, and we enjoy life. You know what I'm saying to you. So if you want to do that, we'll definitely stay tuned for that. We'll let you know how we can manage that. All right. So yeah, it's a little trip to Philadelphia and the nice parts of Philadelphia. We ain't gonna take you nowhere crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna enjoy your time here. All right. What else? Oh yeah. Don't forget, go to Tubi. Go watch Sugar. Type in Sugar movie when you go to Tubi because there's so many Sugar movies, but mine is under Sugar movie, so it'll come right up. Heartless is on Tubi, as well as Change the Beat. So, we have movies out. We got books coming out. I'm starting back sewing. You never know. I might have some clothes coming out. Listen. Hey, man, life is good. And I'm taking every moment of my life and enjoying it. And I want you to do the same. There's nothing in this world you can't do if you put your mind to it. I'm not skillful because not only did I go to school, but I'm skillful because I believe in God. And there's nothing in this world that I won't put my hands on that I can't do. From interviewing, movies, podcasting, creating clothes, graphics, whatever. I can do it all. And I do it all through the grace of God because I know who God is in my life. And that's what I want for you. I want for you to understand who God is in your life. And there's nothing in this life that you can't do. Nothing. Stop telling yourself what you can't do and start telling yourself what you can do. Because God is in your favor. And all you got to do is get up and put the energy in. And he's going to meet you halfway through the door. You heard? I love you guys, man. I love you guys. You can do anything. Keep your head up. All right. May God bless you, YouTube. I appreciate you for coming out. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next Sunday or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for our weekly chat, and next Sunday for our Sunday morning elevation. Thank you, YouTube.